My colleague Yemi Adebayo joins us now. Yemi, good to have you on the show. And it's better for me that you're on that side and I'm on this side. You don't get to ask me what happened in New York, but I think we should just move on.
We have to.
Yeah.
We have to. We owe ourselves that. Whatever your submission on that game, it's gone.
Yeah.
Whether it could have been worse, like some people are saying, or whether they shouldn't have beaten us at all. I mean, that is all gone now. Yeah. Let's move on. And the damage is not irreparable. That's where I stand. It's a damage, it's a dent, but it's not irreparable.
That's right. So let me say the damage is not irreparable. So let's see what the Super Eagles will do. Bounce back from that. I mean, let's get on with the show now. Talk boxing. I don't know what all these talks about Floyd Mayweather Jr. and McGregor. I don't know what kind of fight should we be expecting from this. I don't know whether to call it boxing or to call it the Ultimate Fighting Challenge. I don't know whether they're doing it for the money.
Some have called it. Well, obviously they're doing it for the money. Some have called it the crossover fight. But the crossover is more into Mayweather stuff because it's boxing. If it was mixed martial arts, Mayweather would probably be on the floor in 30 seconds.
Wow.
But now it's boxing. But there have been these talks about Conor McGregor, training boxing, knows the fight, So we'll see what happens. But then if you want to pick a fighter that is more experienced, it has to be Floyd. And he's going to come with Floyd with his power.
But isn't the technique different? See the movements, Yemi?
That's the issue. But a lot of people have said in his private time, he has learnt. That's Conor McGregor there, that he has learned boxing. We'll see. But against an experienced fighter like Floyd Mayweather, he doesn't even need to go for the knockout. All he needs to do is to outbox.
It's a strategic fight.
He might trouble Floyd. I'll be bold enough to say he might trouble Floyd because his best chance of beating Floyd is to get him on the floor as quick as possible. Now, we also how Floyd was able to dance away from Manny Pacquiao. At the end of the day, he won. So that's enough. But because of all the trash talk before this bout, I'm very sure to prove a point. Maybe Floyd might go out and for the all-out attack and probably get this guy on the floor. We'll see. It's been hugely anticipated. We'll see what happens in this one. But as a boxing spectacle, there's a lot of question mark on Conor McGregor because it's coming from the MMA into this one. But nonetheless, people want to see this, and it's a big fight.
Yeah.
And both guys have a sort of dislike for each other. So those guys, it's not going to be friendly at all. It's a boxing match with a lot of grudge.
The first time Conor McGregor got called out to Floyd Mayweather Jr., I was like, what is he talking about? Because, it's not the same thing. But, do you know that it's going to end close to a staggering £78 million? Talking about Conor. The money man.
Let's not even talk about it.
The money man isn't talking here. What are we doing with boxing?
Yeah, that's what it is. It's show. Two alpha males, trying to claim territories, trying to show who's more dominant. Yeah. That's what brought this up in the first place. And now we're going to see who's the real, quote-unquote, alpha male now, who's going to step into the ring and really boss the other. Talking about money, obviously Floyd is going to get more. And what delayed this fight up until this point is Conor complaining about it not being fair. And, and Floyd Mayweather was quick to explain that that's how it is in boxing. Wow. There's the bigger guy and there's the lesser guy. In this case, with all he has been able to do in the MMA, Conor is still light when it comes to boxing. Wow. So we'll see. But one thing is guaranteed. If it's for the money, the money man with this fight will get more money. Now, talking about his reputation and prestige, he's putting it on the line against Conor McGregor. He has to do something about it.
He has to do something. It was Conor McGregor who first predicted that a super fight with Floyd Mayweather Jr. would one day take place. Sports fans, that date has been announced, August the 26th. UFC fighter Conor McGregor will take on boxing legend. He says he's the greatest of all time, Floyd Mayweather Jr. He says all about conquering territories. I don't know which territory now because this one is from one, this one is from another angle. But fans would just love to see two super names come out to, entertain them. But maybe if Floyd gets beaten, it will tell us he can give us Manny Pacquiao too.
Well, there's been a lot of twos everywhere. A lot of twos. We're going to see Klitschko, Joshua too. A lot of twos. Manny Pacquiao has fought a lot of guys.
He has a lot of twos.
So it's not going to be surprising. We'll see what happens in that one.
Okay, let's get on with the show now. Another two coming up, and the world we're taking on Kovalev. Light heavyweight fight, but there was controversy in the first one that gave the fight to Kovalev. This is the second fight. I mean, he's also going to give us some talking points.
Obviously, it's a grudge match. Remember the other time, was Anthony Joshua fought the guy that beat him when it was, I'm trying to remember the guy's name, when he was an amateur. Yeah. And he now being a professional, went after the guy. This is what is going to happen here again. Andrew Ward against Kovalev. And we'll see what happens in that one. Like you said, some controversial decisions in the first fight. We know what happened with Manny Pacquiao in those bouts that he said he had to. I forgot the name of the American boxer that he had issues with. He lost
Bradley.
Yes, lost that. Controversial reasons. But he got the opportunity, got his pound of flesh. So we'll see what happens in this one. If you ask me, I'll be sitting on the fence. It's really hard. It's going to be very, very close.
Okay, let's find out what's going on with Deontay Wilder.
Well, surprising. When you hear Deontay, you list him as one of the guys that will trouble the heavyweight division and probably be the one to unite. But now the issue of being caught with drugs, marijuana, to be precise, and a whole lot of issues surrounding Deontay. Well, you could say boxers do have these issues one after some time, but aside being boxers, these guys are supposed to be role models, and that's why it's surprising with this happen. And there will be a lot of question marks about whether or not he's been spiking his system, whether or not he's a true champion. I know. We'll wait to see all of that, but it's just developing. We'll see what happens.
We'll continue to monitor that situation. Sports Tonight on Channels TV. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll wrap up this show. Don't go anywhere. Stay.
When are we ending? 51? 55?
Jetzt Ecknut. Fehl. Erster Satz. Fertig. 7-6. Fehl. Platz entdeckt. Fertig. 7-6. 6-2. In center match, fertig. 7-6-6-2.
Satz von Sieg Lopez. 6-3, 3-6, 6-2.
Spieler, nächster Satz, Janowitz.
Sports Tonight on Channels Television. So much fun we're having talking sports, but sadly we've got to go now. I must say thank you so much, Yemi Adebayo, for coming on the show. Always a pleasure. We'll continue to monitor that Deontay Wilder story. Hopefully, he will continue to be the role model that he is talking about international boxing. And to you, wherever you are in the world watching sports tonight on Channels TV, remember, whenever we leave the studio, the show doesn't end. You can keep talking to us. The conversation is forever. On Twitter, our Channels_Sports, Facebook, Channels-Sports. That's the show on behalf of the ever-winning sports team at Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. I'm Austin Okonakman. We're back again tomorrow, but until then, in everything you do, remember, let's keep talking sports. Bye for now.